So are we only going to play games from the 1001 games you must play before you die?
That's the plan.
Well, what if we wanted to play games that weren't on the list?
Well, I guess we'd need a completely different show. All right, so once again, we're just jumping into this one because somebody isn't patient at all.
I walked down a hallway into a room. You didn't miss it. Oh, wait, one of my guys got hit by a trap. You didn't miss much.
See? They missed that, and that might be important to somebody.
They missed me totally cleaving those two spiders in two.
Well,
Three spiders.
They're here for that, so they didn't miss that.
Sorry, I meant that they caught me that.
Oh, okay. Did they catch that?
Talking hard.
You've been having that problem today.
Nah, we've both had that problem back and forth on different days.
It's true. I don't really care about it that much. I mean, if nothing else, it shows that, well, we're definitely not scripted.
With loot are often low on supplies.
So Daniel mentioned something while we were in the break there. I'm currently in the process of trying to clean up the fucking house, but it's. Did you just finish the? Oh no, you didn't. Okay. But I mean, it's going slow, and I was explaining to him that yesterday, because Erica has a lot of stuff. So yesterday, before we started cleaning, we had to play what is now my new favorite game, The Fuck Is This? Which is where I walk around the house and point at something and go, the fuck is this? Because I don't know. She just has so many things. Which one of you in your relationship has more things, you or Laura?
I have more things, but my things tend to be put away and because I'm the nerd, so I'm the one who has like a bookshelf full of RPG books, and then shelves full of like old miniatures, and then I've got regular books, and I've got video games, and I've got all that jazz, but it's always put away on a bookshelf. The problem in our house isn't the fuck is this. The problem is how can I take care of the fortress of solitude that's been built out of pop cans.
Do you actually call it the Fortress of Solitude, or should you call it the Fortress of Soditude?
Ooh, that's good.
I know. I was there. I came up with it. I was pleased with myself, so I actually said it out loud. You'd be amazed the number of things that cross my mind that I don't say, because I'm afraid they might be stupid, which is hilarious when you consider the things that I do say.
Only the strength to follow it.
Yep. All right, so this time I brought a healer.
Ooh, good call. This time maybe nobody has to die.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves. Oh, by the way, what was it? Inchoate, was that what we decided on?
Yes, it is inchoate, and what that means is not fully developed.
So Thomas's guess is a zombie. My guess is a big blob of disgusting flesh in some form.
So, you at 13 years old?
Essentially. I was right.
I don't know really what to say about that, other than it has more mouths than you'd think would be necessary for anything. And I don't believe that its spine is on the inside, which is also curious. And are there plants growing out of the back of it?
No, I'm pretty sure that's like a spinal column and rib cages and so on.
No, I mean at the very back.
I'm sure it's something.
It certainly exists.
It's definitely not nothing.
Okay, so it does have one large life bar. I thought that each section would have its own. Oh, nice. This is actually going relatively smoothly so far.
Which is why I'm really worried about what it's capable of.
What the fucking catch is? Yeah, exactly. Bummer.
Gah.
Well, it's not as bad as some of the hits you were taking from the last
It's
boss.
not as bad as having the roof drop on me?
Yeah, exactly. What? It moved, but it's also bigger now.
No, the thing that was in the third row, it just switched positions there.
But that giant spinal column is now more gianter.
No, I think it was just as tall, but it was in the shadows in the back there.
Oh, okay, that could be.
Man, it's just getting all the turns.
I was worried that what had actually happened there was that... Stunned?
Yep.
I was thinking that what had actually happened there is that it switched positions and grew, as though not only is this currently not developed flesh, but it would continue to develop throughout the fight. So the longer the fight took, the stronger it got.
Does this thing have huge... Yes, protection 80%. Shit, okay.
Does that mean that it's not taking as much damage as it normally would?
Yeah, it's taking 80% less damage. The thing I was hitting in the middle there, it had like, it was reduced. This thing's got protection 60%, and that's 50%. So yeah, I need to hit something else other than the thing I was hitting.
As long as you know. I'm told that knowing is half the battle.
G.I. Joe.
Excuse me?
So it's just shifting into different forms from the look of it. On the bright side, it put the squishy thing up front where I can hit it.
Heal themselves.
I'm genuinely interested as to whether or not it's actually evolving, or did it just heal itself?
Yeah, this thing here, the sort of slow, like, I don't know how to describe
It
this
looks
thing
like a
at
stomach.
all. Yeah, it heals. Thankfully,
Super.
so do I.
Nice. I love that all the sound effects are squishy. That makes me happy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Happy is not what I would use.
I appreciate when a lot of work goes into sound design. Like,
Stop doing that.
it's weird. Like, they're not evolving. I thought that they were
Quickly the time
continually evolving throughout the fight, but no, they just mutate, which is kind of strange.
And now the true test
You are not getting a lot of turns, are you?
or expire.
Is it getting more turns than you, or does it just feel like it's getting more turns?
It both feels like it, but it's also stunned me a couple of times, and then I keep fucking missing on critical, like, on like, important hits.
I think that your healer's going to be working overtime on this one. Can you imagine if you hadn't brought a healer? That'd be fun.
Well struck.
Is that what you were hoping for?
I just
Okay.
stunned its Healy bits.
You didn't stun its healer because you can't even call it that. Because yeah, you stunned the part of the body that heals. Nice. So I mean, you've almost got it to half health now. So is that now 2 healers?
Yes.
Holy shit. Holy shit.
On the bright side, those are the squishy parts, so I can hit them a lot harder.
I suppose it does make sense that it would be a trade-off, but that's just crazy. For those of you who just heard a thunk, that was his forehead hitting the microphone. Dude! Well, that makes up for it, right?
A little bit.
So as long as it doesn't mutate again, you might act... Never mind.
And these are all extremely difficult to hurt, like 50% to 80% protection. I think this might be just a good time to buff myself.
I am going to say this. While I have been a little hard on this game, this is a cool boss. I like it because there are actual mechanics to it, and you have to think shit out. Instead of, you know, the extent of the battle being hit boss with stick.
Singular strike.
Yes. This is gonna hurt.
I mean, that could have been way worse. He didn't even get him to death's door.
That is true.
Now here's an interesting question. If it mutates again... Oh, the stun went away before. I was going to say, if it mutates again, does it dump the stat effects, or does it keep them for the next part of the... Does it keep them for the next mutated part?
It keeps them.
Okay.
Oh, good.
No.
It gets 3 heals.
Yeah, but as long as you can, like, smash those, you can negate the fact that it gets so many heals.
Well, it just healed for 14. Did it heal for 21? No, it only healed for 19. But I now need to do 19 damage just to bring it back to where it was at the start of this turn.
Perched at the very precipice.
Shut the fuck up.
Oblivion.
Are you getting sick of him too?
No, I still really like him, but shut the fuck up. Accuracy 75%, crit mod 4%. It does 40% reduced damage. Trying to determine whether I should just hit one of them really hard or try to go for double.
Hit one of them really hard. That was why. Because now you did not... Dude, see?
This fight might be over. It really depends on...
Whether or not this hits. Why did you do that? Did you not have a single attack?
Well, hold on. Oh! Still standing with 1 hit point.
That's a bummer. But it just put its Healy bit in the very front, so this should be a nice and quick hit. Yeah, it's only able to heal for 6. This fight's over. Like, there you...
No quarter.
Couldn't I have done that earlier?
No. Okay, good. For a second, I thought it was gonna be like a second stage.
No, it wouldn't have a second stage. I thought it was going to be like, now they all have 1 hit point. Get 1 more hit on each of them. In which case, I could do that. She might be able to manage that. I'm gonna bandage up.
Give her some food? Or, I mean, is it worth... Oh, okay, that makes sense.
Together.
I was gonna say, is it worth going through the rest of the dungeon, or you want to just call that the end of this one?
Well, another thing, like, this is something I should have done last time, but if you rest, even, like, if you've got a rest remaining, you can just rest and, like, cure a whole bunch of stress damage, so you don't have to put them through the,
The process when you get back to town?
Exactly, so they're just ready and it doesn't cost any money. So,
Okay.
like, reduce stress by 10.
Is it costing you anything, or is it just costing you time during your little campfire?
Just costing me time during my little campfire.
Okay. So yeah, that does make sense that you should have done that last time, but I really kind of egged you on to go home because I didn't know that it would be so easy to get stuff back there.
And I'm torn on this one because I can have him take 20% damage, and there's a 50% chance that everybody here will have their stress reduced by,
There's literally 2 stress. One on one person, one on another. It's not worth it.
It was worth it.
Really?
Well, I mean, if I go home, the damage doesn't matter.
Oh, are you actually going to go home now, or are you going to try and do the rest of the dungeon? Because, I mean, even though that was a boss,
The light.
it still left you in decent condition.
Yeah. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to run over there and grab the treasure, see if I can scout, and if I can, see what else is available.
Yeah.
Because there might just be, like, another treasure hallway or something like that.
Treasure hallways are my favorite kind of hallway.
I really wish I'd come across them more often in real life. Just, hey, I found $50.
It's like that dream where you, like, find a whole shitload of money or you win the lottery or something. And then when you wake up, you're like, oh, thank God I have...
Stop is
Oh.
only the first test.
So what was in there?
Be carried
Nothing, she
home.
took it.
Why is she so mean?
I don't know, because I actually kind of needed that.
What was it?
Victory.
There was a little bit of food, but there was also gold and some heirlooms. I'm now taking a risk.
Is the
Doesn't-
risk going to that room to see if there's anything in it?
Powerful invention.
I just wanted to walk down the hallway and see if there's anything down there.
Okay.
But
Was it
I
a
did
guarantee
walk
that
a-
there was going to be an encounter in that room?
No, but if there was treasure, there would be an encounter, and I didn't feel like that was a good trade-off. I am walking out with 10,000 just for the victory, and then another 15, so I'm walking out with 11,500-ish.
Not bad.
Plus the heirlooms that I got, which is actually fairly small, and the Martyr's Seal.
What's the Martyr's Seal do?
It's a really good piece of equipment.
Okay. Do you actually know? Do you want me to go over and read it off?
Oh no, I can actually read it from here.
Oh, can you?
I could even read the inchoate, but
But you,
I
the letters didn't make sense to you altogether like that?
we had to look that fucking word up.
Well, it was very descriptive and accurate to what the final monster was. So you only have 5 people now who aren't max level.
No, they're not. These guys aren't max level. They can go up to level 5, and then and then their level turns red, and then there's like another set of dungeons up above that they can do. But I've only got 5 people right now who aren't. So I've got 5 people who can go on low level adventures. I don't have a tank.
Is it time to send someone home and grab a tank?
You there.
Go and enjoy your life. Forget about this horrible place. The rest of you have to stay.
Beyond. The promise of payment.
That's really kind of what it comes down to here. You're telling these people, you're going to work for me, and it's going to suck. And only I can tell you when it's time for you to go.
You can't quit, by the way. The only rest is the grave.
The only rest is the big sleep.
Every creature has a weakness. The wise hero trains for what he will face.
Okay, but what if you don't know what their weakness is? Then aren't you just training for nothing?
Nothing. That's all fine. She's got the 3 big heals. Let's make sure she's actually equipped with the 3 big heals. She is not.
Did you
Now
almost
she
send
is.
in a healer without any heals?
No, I almost sent her in without the good group heal.
Oh, okay. That's almost as bad, but not as bad.
Let's see if I can level up anybody else's stuff.
You can level up my stuff, baby.
Yeah?
Yes.
What do I level up into?
My ass.
So, is this like a Pikachu's evolving? What's that? Stop evolving kind of thing? Can I stop it from leveling up into your ass?
Yes. There is a safe word,
Yeah.
but I'm not going to tell you what it is.
Oh.
Yeah, I know. Bummer, huh? I'm surprised that you didn't get the joke I made.
The safe word one?
No.
Bummer.
Yep, there you go.
I had to think about it for a second.
I personally thought it was hilarious.
Of course. You
Your
did.
lack of laughing made me sad.
A lot of things you do make me sad. So very, very sad.
Like what?
You know those jokes you tell?
Which ones?
Yes.
Can we even call them jokes at this point? Or do I sometimes just say words with the hope that they will be funny?
That's probably pretty accurate. So I'm leveling up my guys as best as I can here, so that when I send them into tragic death,
Tragic and what's that word that means inevitable? Tragic and inevitable death?
yep,
You ever have that thing where you're trying to think of a word, but the word you want to use to describe the word that you can't remember is the word? Like, I was trying to remember the word inevitable, but I was going to be like, what's that word that means inevitable? I'm not a smart man.
nope.
That was what you were waiting that long to say?
I was thinking about something else for a minute.
Oh, okay, because you were like poised at the microphone, and I was like, here it comes, and then all you said was nope.
And by I was thinking of something else, I mean I was thinking of being somewhere else.
I kind of wondered. Who are you going to give it to?
I'm not sure I'm gonna give it to anybody.
You're going to keep it for yourself?
Well, can you read that?
No.
He does bonus damage, has a huge percent bonus damage, has huge percent bonus crit, and has huge bonus or has a decent bonus to resist Death's Door. But all of those are only when you're on Death's Door. He then takes minus 15% maximum hit points and minus 8 to dodge.
Ooh. That's a double-edged sword if I've ever heard one.
That's all about hitting Death's Door and staying there.
Yeah.
I could, like, if I had a vessel, I could give it to her because I've got something else that boosts that, but she doesn't hit things, so crit might be good. I think crit still boosts crit heals.
It's just sort of a weird item to get. It's like, hey, you'll be awesome if you're ready to die.
Well, every item is a double-edged sword. Every single item has a bonus and negative to it,
Okay.
and you just have to balance out what you want it to do. I think it's time to try for the Brigandate Pounder.
So this is the last boss that we're going to do until the game is fully out, right?
Yep.
All right. Well, this episode would be a little short if we cut it here. Do you want to do the first part of this boss here?
We'll get into the dungeon. We'll let them listen to the narrator serenade them with his luxurious voice.
Okay. Time out for 1 second. Time in. Is that going to be enough?
Should be.
Simple folk are by their nature loquacious, and the denizens of the hamlet were no exception. It was not long before rumors of my morbid genius and secretive excavations began to fuel local legend. In the face of my increasingly egregious flaunting of public taboos, awe turned to ire, and demonstrations were held in the town square.
So based on the picture, I'm guessing I'm fighting that thing.
It's entirely possible. So we're going to end this episode here. The next episode will be him going through this dungeon. So come back for that. It'll be exciting, I promise. And rightfully so. Okay, so it's a pretty big cannon. It's not a cannon with big dreams. It's just a big fucking cannon. I really hope that doesn't shoot at you. That's not the fairy. That's not the... What are you doing?
Fairies cost like $5.
For real? Oh, God.
Fine.